the show as it so far is going on. Definitely would appreciate anyone if they have comments or any suggestions, that you want to get more involved with our podcast, you want to become a member, we definitely appreciate everyone that's been coming on so far and being part of our show. Mad respect and love for everybody that comes out here, does this job like us. And even if you're not part of the community, you don't know anything about trash, or you want to have more information on it, you want more of a frank conversation, we're definitely open to all kinds of things. And if you want to share any particular experiences you've had, with your interest in this podcast or anything else like that, definitely shoot us a shout out, and we'll definitely try to get back to you.
Yeah. And well said, Alex. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Like, thank you to everybody that's came on.
Oh,
That's been
absolutely, man.
awesome. It's been a really fun time. Like, really exciting getting to know some of you people.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
honestly, when we first started this, our biggest fear was that we wouldn't have anybody to actually interview. We're interviewing podcasts mainly, and we're trying to bring you guys, the best we can bring out. And our biggest fear was we wouldn't get anybody on. It was just going to be me and him, just goofing around like we did in our blooper podcast. And
right.
I'm actually frankly humbled that we actually got people to come on the show and want to actually share their experiences with us.
Yeah, it's definitely been great. Uh, and we run out of stuff to say too. So having
Oh
somebody
yeah,
else on with their thoughts and their ideas and their life experiences has been really awesome.
right. I mean,
And
yep.
to more of you guys that want to come on, shoot, come on. It's really fun. So
And even though we only post a video every Wednesday, and obviously we try to shoot this a little more raw than usual. There's some editing obviously involved, we're being frank, but we try to not have any scripts. We're mostly an unscripted show, so we're not going to send you a 100-page questionnaire about this and make sure you keep in between the lines. I don't know if you've seen from most of our other guests that we've had on here, it can get pretty wild sometimes. And we don't want to inhibit anyone like that. Obviously, we want to respect each other. We want to be able to have a frank conversation, goof around, have fun with it, but we don't want to, make it into a negative experience for anybody, especially the viewers, watching us. So, what I'm trying to say is, we're just here about positivity, forward thinking, and just more enlightenment on what we actually go through every day is trash. And if you're not following along with everything we're saying, we're talking about certain experiences. I mean, obviously, we apologize for the lack of understanding there, but we're still trying to figure out our place and everything, and trying to keep moving forward.
right. And yeah, we definitely want to expand more too with it. We want
Right.
to take this to another level. So definitely. Alex, so last week or the week before you've been training somebody. How has that been? Like what do you enjoy most about training people or don't enjoy?
Well, so I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword if you think about it. I mean, you're normally by yourself every day. You get to work, you get your paperwork, start your truck up, you're on your own for 10, 12 hours a day, picking up trash on your own. And, you're just doing your own grooving thing. So, I mean, the biggest disruption to that is when you're training somebody. Obviously, you're not, you can't listen to your audio book anymore. You can't listen to, your you know music that you want to blare out all the time, whatever. You got to be more focused on the individual you're with, so that way you're projecting all the information that needs to be put across. That's your responsibility. It's a bigger responsibility for you to get somebody on, with you on the truck, even if they're just riding for the first week or so, or whatever.
Right.
It's your responsibility to show this person the best experience you can of what we're doing. Obviously, they're going to get the full Monty and see everything that goes on, whether it be breakdowns, whatever else. I mean, I've had one trainee with me, literally our first day having him on, with me. 2 hours into the route, the fan for the radiator blew up and went through the radiator itself and blew that truck apart. So we
Huh.
had to go out back and swap out, and we were in a rear load all day throwing trash. And
Right.
the biggest hurdle with trading is it does disrupt your groove. Like, you got to put yourself in a
Mhm.
different mindset. And I'm not saying it's all bad either, because it's a nice general reminder, because a lot of us get complacent and comfortable when we're out
Right.
there on the road. We're always, oh, we're just doing the same old thing day in, day out. It gets monotonous. But when you get somebody else with you, you kind of you're starting to think a little more like, hey, all right, now I need to actually show them what I'm doing, show them, how the operation goes, explain things as you go, and it makes you rethink your own process when you're out on the road because now you're paying more attention to everything even more. Like we pay attention to what we're doing, but that a lot of times we get into accidents, especially backing incidents. It's mostly because we're just getting too comfortable with what's going on. Like, oh, I've done this stop a million times. Let me just
Right.
throw it in reverse. I'm fine. Next thing you know, you hit a car or there's a telephone pole that you just forgot that was there and you
Yeah.
smash into it.
Yeah.
Now when you have a trainee with you, you're more hyper focused on the things going on. And I honestly think it's more of a positive than a negative experience. And you definitely have the responsibility to try to put your company's best foot forward when you have somebody with you. You know,
Right. Right.
I don't have a problem training anybody. I mean, I'm only skilled in one department of the line of business, whatever, and that's where my knowledge is most generally at. Not saying that again, I'm not adverse to learning new lines of business, but that's my personal experience is what I do, and you know, I want to make sure that they understand the ins and outs of it. In
Right.
residential, we have the most lifts, not necessarily the most, weight or anything else, but we're picking up the most stop by stop,
Yeah.
you know, and it's my responsibility to make sure that they are fully aware of how the process works. Same thing if you were training, Sean. I mean, I know you've had a lot of trainees in the past too yourself, and it's been the
Yeah.
same kind of experience. But you know, you don't want to generally sugarcoat anything. You definitely want to be real with the person. But you also don't want to be like, oh, this job sucks, blah blah blah. I can't stand working here every day. Why are you here? In my opinion, stepping back from that for a second is when you're in a job that you don't enjoy, you're afraid of getting fired from all the time, or you're just having a miserable experience,
Right.
don't do it no more. There's plenty of opportunities out there for anybody.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel stuck in the job you're at. I actually, believe it or not, I mean, working retail for 12 years before getting into the trash, I love it. You know what I mean? Like, I love the freedom. I love the experience. Yeah, it's a shitty day sometimes, or a crappy day sometimes, when bad things happen, but that's just life.
Just
Murphy's law is
happens.
always going to be around. You're always going to have a bad something happen to you every once in a while, but it's how you pick yourself up and keep on moving. And honestly, when you're thinking about trash trucks, and the drivers, we're not doing, dump truck driving all day long where we got to go to the plant, get a load of freaking,
Stone
stone or
or
whatever, haul
blacktop.
it back,
Yeah.
keep going back and forth. We're we're more concise with what we have. We have our routes, we know our routes, we build a rapport with our customers. We get a familiarity with ourselves, and it's more like a bus driver's route for a school. We
Right.
have our routines. And me
Every day.
personally, I got a little bit of ADHD all the time. I like my routines. It might be a little more OCD than ADHD, but I personally like my routine. You know,
Right. Right.
and but getting back more to what you asked before about the training aspect, I absolutely don't mind it at all. I've had, I want to say, almost 8 to 10 people I've trained over the years in
Right.
this job experience, and I'm happy to say that some of them are still here.
And
And
that's really
that's
cool.
and that makes me feel better about myself because,
Hmm.
like, man, I was able to get across the job as well as the mentality of our workplace, and I think it does well. I mean, you definitely want to make sure though that you putting people where you're with the right person. If you put them with the guy who's always bitching about the company or complaining about something, whatever, it's going to
Right.
create a negative experience for the person training, and they're not going to want to work here. you know
Definitely
but
not.
you don't want
No.
to also sugarcoat it like, oh, this is nothing but wine and roses, lad. We're going to be sitting here all day and having a jolly good time. No, I mean,
Right.
you don't want to be a lucky leprechaun. You want to be honest
And,
about everything going
yeah,
on.
and tell them, yeah,
you know
definitely. And I've trained a bunch of people over the years too,
right,
and most of them are still there too. I think. Let me see. Yeah, and then
right.
one of them actually moved up and went further in the company. So
What?
that's really awesome. I mean, it's really cool to see who you train, where they go. You know what I'm saying, and what they end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've trained people in residential, and they went from residential to like front load.
Roll off. Yep.
Another person went from residential into sales.
Yep.
It's a really good thought that what you're doing is actually working and is actually teaching people.
Mm-hmm.
And they stick it out and they stay long.
Oh yeah.
It's really awesome. You get some of the people that train though, and I found that they like to like talk down about things, like talk down about the company, or
Right.
talk bad about stuff. And that's definitely the wrong way to train. Like, how do you
Right.
expect somebody to be there for a long time if you're like bashing or talking negative?
Right.
People ain't going to want to work in a negative environment. They're always going to want to work in a positive environment. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're out there training somebody and you're being positive the whole time you're out there, they're going to want to stay, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and they're going to want to move on and see where the job takes them, because there's endless opportunities in this job. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's not just doing trash. Like, there's sales, there's management, there's plenty of places to move to. You just got to
Right.
put your focus on going there, you
Right.
know?
and
And
and even so, I mean, even if it's not any of those things, never feel stuck where you're at. Like,
that's a big thing.
you
Yes, correct.
everyone that's a driver, you all have CDLs.
Right.
We all have our Class B licenses.
Right.
There are plenty of more opportunities out there for CDL drivers now than there ever has been because of the market so in need right now.
Right.
So, when you have somebody that's having a negative experience, and it's all personal. Every experience we have, we can say we're all under this one umbrella, but it's every individual's experience with their team, with their management, one on one. That's how you perceive how things are going down,
Yeah.
not how
Yeah.
anybody else. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you're talking and having a gripe session, that's how your experiences are going.
Right.
I
Right.
can sympathize and obviously have similar experiences, but at the end of the day, it's how I want to feel about it. That's one of the biggest things I've ever got from any kind of counselor or therapist was that it's you who decides how you react to the situation. You know,
Right.
so for those guys, like you said, if all you're going to do is talk negatively about stuff, maybe this isn't for you anymore. Maybe you
Yeah.
should look at something else, whether it be changing it up into a different department, or even just finding a different job that makes you more happier. I mean,
Correct.
we're only on this earth for so long. Why make our experience, horrible?
Negative.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Correct.
mean,
Correct.
the money's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm a wealthy individual, but I'm making it by, and I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm definitely able to provide for what I need to provide for, and I like the job. I
Right.
like the job. I do not wake up every morning and dread coming to work. I've had jobs like that where I've literally been like, oh great, now I gotta drag my butt to this place and I want to be there for 10 hours and I gotta slog through it. Why? Why put yourself through
Right.
that?
I
And that's
just I
why.
just dread I just dread the waking up part.
Well, I mean, you had a problem waking up, period.
Ah,
So
man, I don't like mornings at all, man. I'm like the
that's the problem with
worst morning
Dracula over
person.
here. He doesn't have any
Right.
freaking time to wake up.
I'm like a night owl. I only
Hmm.
like nighttime. I could be up all night, but
Right.
getting up early in the morning, oh my god,
Right.
it's like the
Well, hey,
hardest
man,
thing for me.
maybe we should just do overnight trash services.
Trash, yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, let me work overnights. Let me work.
Could you imagine trolling around the city at nighttime picking up stops? The amount of calls we
Midnight.
would get.
Oh my god. Yeah, and the funny thing about it is I couldn't do it because I'm in front load and I
Right.
got to dump twice. Oh
Yeah.
man, that would
Right.
be awesome. Be
That'd
out
be
there freaking
well,
1 o'clock in the morning. You
you
know,
come in at freaking like 10 o'clock at night. You go take out one truck, fill it up, come back,
yeah.
grab another
Get
one.
another truck. Yeah, the guy comes in. Hey, my truck's full.
What
Not
the
my
heck?
problem. My route's done. Have a good one.
I mean, hey,
Peace.
that's going back to those experiences we had back when we first started. Where we had trucks going down left and right. We had to do that actually a few
Oh
times.
my god, that was awesome too.
It was fun.
We had a
I had a
we had
lot
a
of
night
fun doing
crew.
it. You know.
We had a night crew. And the funny thing about it is, so we had that night crew, and a big accident happened, so they pulled it off. Or not a
Yep.
big accident,
No,
a little
yeah.
fender bender.
Right.
Somebody was drunk and they drove and slammed into the back of
Yep.
one
Yep.
of our trucks. And it's funny
They,
because like you can't see, like even being drunk, you can't see something big and blue in front of you.
right.
Like you can't see
With
that
big
with
flashing
lights.
lights all
Yeah,
over the place.
yeah. And you
Like
remember
you
the
would think it'd be like, oh, it's a cop car. I'll be slow down. No,
right, right.
boom.
You remember the truck that they took out? That truck flashed like crazy. There was lights
Oh,
all over the truck. You know?
you'd be blind at night when you saw that thing
Oh
coming
my
down the
god, it
road.
was crazy. And slammed right into the back of the truck. And good thing the driver was actually sitting still, so it wasn't the driver's
Hmm.
fault.
Right.
And the guy was drunk. And I guess he tried leaving the scene
Oh yeah.
with the car, and the car didn't even run no more, but he was trying to leave. Like, where are you going, dude? The car is done. But
You know.
yeah, I mean, definitely the negative. The good thing about if you ain't got your CDL, you can get endorsements on it. So, like,
Right.
say you come into the trash business and you don't like it, you can go get a hazmat or a tanker endorsement on your
Right.
license and drive a totally different truck. You can
Hmm.
drive a sewer truck, you can drive a
Milk truck.
propane truck, a milk truck.
Yep.
Like, there's so many opportunities once you get that CDL.
Right.
You got to pay a little bit extra money for it. Like, my
And
best
take a test.
advice, yeah, my best advice for you, if you're just coming in, you don't got your CDL yet, try to get as many of them endorsements on your license as possible because you
Absolutely.
only pay once at the
Right.
beginning.
Absolutely.
To where each time you pay $10 extra for each other endorsement
Well, I think it's
after
more
you
than
already
10.
have it.
I think it's more than that, though, actually.
I don't know. I think it's 10 per endorsement. Like,
Well, it depends on what endorsement you're going for. Like passenger endorsement for like school bus or transit bus, I
right,
think it's only a few bucks. But I'm pretty sure if you get like tanker and hazmat, I haven't got those for mine, but I'm pretty
right,
sure from what I was talking to some Class A drivers that they were having to pay, somewhere between $30 to $50 per endorsement. But it's
right.
a lot easier if you get it all in one go.
All in one go. Yeah.
But when you do something like that, though, you have to take your road test. Like for tanker endorsement, I'm not sure if you can just go do a test for it, like a written test. I'm pretty sure you have to retake your road test for it because
Mm,
with the tanker, uh, you have to think about the sloshing liquid in the tank or
yeah.
whatever you're hauling is going to affect your braking, your backing, your turning. So they
Right.
want to basically retest you on that.
Right.
So,
Or
but
if you
no,
got your
but
class
no,
B and you
right,
upgrade to a class A, you
right.
have to take your
Right,
road test
retake your
again as
test,
well.
but and
Yeah.
definitely, I mean, and there's plenty of jobs that are actually offering to take brand new guys off the street through apprentice programs, send them
And
to
train them.
driving school, get them their license. Yeah, you got to stick around for a year or two or three sometimes, but
Right.
you're going to have your license at that point, and the sky's the limit at that point. If you
Right.
want to come into a Class A job and they're offering to do driving training school, next thing you know, you got your Class A, you can do whatever you want. You can go to whatever company afterwards, whatever,
Right.
and be making quite a good amount of money. Same thing with Class B drivers. Even if you want to just stick down to local, because Class B is usually more local than Class A drivers. So we have more opportunity of staying closer to home than Class A guys do. That's why a lot of Class
Yeah.
A guys are coming down to B driving just so they can be home every night. You
Right.
know,
And we're not actually that far off pay wise
no,
to a
I
class A
no.
driver. Class A drivers, they're getting some of them are getting like 100,000 a year, but
Well, I
over a
mean,
hundred
like I'm
thousand.
pretty sure like Walmart, um, they were advertising at one point for $125,000 per year for a brand new Class A driver, like brand new
Right.
Class A driver. I mean, but Class A work, you're going to be doing a lot of over the road traveling. Not a lot of Class A jobs you get right into are going to keep you local, where you could be home every night, unless you're doing like beer deliveries and stuff like that. Whatever you can do that's local delivery then.
Yeah, correct.
But so there are jobs, we're almost neck and neck when it comes to most things, and it's real because honestly it's because the market is an aging market. There's not a lot of people in the market, so they've had to increase the wages to match, for the demand,
Right.
which is nice for us, but
And
but
and, and going back to the school thing that you said most of them it costs like 2 or 3 grand yourself out of your pocket to pay for a school.
yep.
Think about that. Like, the company will pay for you to go to a school, or you could take 2 or 3 grand out of your own pocket. Which, if you're in that, a lot of people are in that
Well,
at that
right.
level. They don't even have a job, so they don't
Well,
have the 2 or 3 grand.
actually, a lot of different counties and states actually do a workman's program. You can go through the county and get sent to driving school from them, and they'll
Man,
pay
I
for
didn't
the
know
driving school.
that. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
playing. I'm playing.
I found that out when my 21-year-old wanted to start looking for a job, and I was like, saw all these opportunities, and I'm like, go do it,
Go
man.
do it.
Like
Yeah, hell
seriously,
yeah.
like you
Even
you'll be fine,
even if you don't stick it out or don't do it, like, think about it. You got it. You have your
right?
license, so you can
Right,
always take that opportunity. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Or not use it if they're paying for you and you're not paying a dime up to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What? That's free education. Like, why would
Right,
you
man.
complain about free
Like,
education?
like people think about, oh, we want free college. I mean, like, well, give me a free apprenticeship program, give me a free electrician's program, free plumbers,
Right.
apprentice,
Why
give me
not?
a free driving school. Like, I would take those over college any day. Nothing wrong with going to college and getting a degree and being a learned individual, not
Right.
at all. There are different profession levels, but for someone like me, I'm a blue collar worker. I enjoy my blue collar work. You know,
Right.
I'm not trying to make a million. I'm just trying to provide for my family and enjoy my life. Uh, that's where I'm at. That's how I enjoy my life. And
Right.
if you're like that kind of individual that likes that kind of stuff, I mean, there's so many programs I never knew about when I was growing up that they don't even tell you. like,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing I hate is they don't even tell you this stuff. Like you
No.
go to high school, you go to school, they try to push you into a college, you go get your college degree. Like Mike Rowe was talking about with his shows. And he's talking about there's just no one showing anybody this stuff. Like
Right.
the BOCES programs that can get you into being an apprentice plumber, apprentice mason, apprentice welder. All these technical jobs that yeah, sure, they might get you a little dirty, they might be a little strenuous, but the pay is there, and there's more demand for those jobs now for technical skills than there are for computer skills. I'm not saying the guys that are doing computer skills are not going to get paid for their things, but how many guys that gone to college for 4 to 6 years, got their bachelor's or master's, and they're working at Walmart?
Right. 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 Yeah.
They're
Because
working retail because
right.
their market's so flooded, they can't get their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
guys can make it work. I'm not, but how many people do I know that are like that? A lot.
Right.
But
They
but, but
they
think
got a
if they
degree.
switched gears and they went into driving school, welding school, plumbing, electricity, whatever,
Right.
they've been making pretty good day money and making more than they're making at Walmart. You
Right,
know.
right. And even if you think about it, like even if you do fall into that career, like say computers, like you fall into the career,
Yep.
right? So you take the career, you go and run with it. You get a job, you're working in it. And then you lose your job. Where do
Hmm.
you end up? You know what I'm saying? Where do you end up?
Right.
Like me
Right.
personally, I was in computers.
Right.
Yeah, I was making really good money doing it.
Now you're in
And
trash.
then and now I pick up trash. Why?
Right.
Because it's another job that pays just as well as that computer job.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not 100% as
Right. Because you're
well,
making
but
about the same you were making now back then.
back then, yeah,
Right.
correct.
So
And when I
you
started this
basically had to
job,
grow back
right,
up to that point.
right. And when I started this job I started at like 14 an hour. So I
Right.
wasn't making a lot of
Right.
money when I first
Not.
started here. But but think about it. When I started this job, I wasn't doing trash because
Right.
as soon as I got my CDL, because I didn't have my CDL when I first started this job. I just had a license.
Right.
As soon as I got my license, I got $18 an hour. Like
Right.
immediately, like
Right.
boom, 14 to 18,
Right.
just for getting that CDL. And then throughout the years, it's just been going up and up and up
Right,
and up and
right.
up. And it's
Cost of
really
living
cool.
increases, raises, everything else like
Right,
that. Which is why like I said, I'm still with it because I keep getting those increases every year. I'm
right,
satisfied with my job. I have like almost no issues.
right,
Like the equipment's the equipment. It's going to break down when it breaks down. Nothing I can do about it. All I'm doing is driving it and trying to make sure everything that I can get right on it is being right. Don't abuse it. Don't overdrive it. Don't do stupid things with it. Take care of your equipment. It takes care of you. But
right,
breakdowns are breakdowns. You're never going to be able to stop that. But you know, I was working at Walmart before, working at Lowe's, working in rent to own companies, kind of like Rent Center errands type of businesses, and I was making not even a quarter what I'm making here, you know,
right, right,
and I started doing the village work first, but the only reason why I left that, not with the village, I mean, most people think I'm crazy. Oh, you left the village. Unfortunately, it was only a part-time job, and I wasn't getting hired on full-time. I was there for 3 years trying to get in a full-time position, trying to take advantage of any of the opportunities they were presenting to people that worked for the municipality, like going to go get my water license, trying to go do this, trying to do that. I got my CDL within 6 months of being there, and I never had my CDL. And that was the promise
right.
I was supposed to have, was I was supposed to get hired full-time. So doesn't always work out for you. Your jobs don't always work out for you.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying I'm going to be doing trash come 10 more years down the road, but
because
I
you
can
don't
always
know.
fall back on it though.
Right, right.
Like, especially if I want to get to retirement age. Oh, I don't want to be working so much. Go be a bus driver. I can go
Right.
drive a
There
school
you
bus
go.
now. I got my,
Yeah.
I got my class B. I just got to get
One
my
thing you got
passion endorsement,
right, and your
and now
school
I'm
bus
working part
endorsement.
time.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
I got summers off. I got winter breaks off, school breaks off, have all the time in the world off,
Right, right. Really good
and
point. Yeah.
right. I mean, there's so many opportunities out there. You just got to apply yourself, like, the world is what you make it. And I've always said that, as a person, you are the one that makes your reality your reality.
Right.
There are things that are going to happen to you, unforeseen circumstances that you can't control, but it's how you choose to let that happen and how you choose to deal with it is what makes you the person you are. If
Correct.
you're just going to be an individual that just gives up at every sign of adversity, you're never going to be able to make yourself any further than where you are. And I'm not having anything against people that work at Walmart, McDonald's, or anything
Right.
like that. If that's what you got to do to provide for your family, that's what you
Hey, you
got
got
to
to
do.
do it. Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
there's no shame in whatever job you're working as long as you're working.
Right.
If you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your kids, your family, your wife, husband, whatever, your partner, don't matter. but all I'm saying is there's still opportunities out there. Just don't feel down and out about yourself. Get out there, reevaluate your life,
Mm-hmm.
see what you want to do better, and go after it. And
Right,
that's
right.
that's what I and that's why I've been in trash for 10 years. Including the village and where I'm working now, 10 years. Did I ever think I was going to be in trash for 10 years? Heck no. I
No,
thought I
never.
thought it was a part time gig.
Right.
I was going to be there for a few years and then find something else, and I was going to go back to college or whatever. But I ended up
Mm-hmm.
liking it. I like the community. I like the
The
people.
scenery. The
I
scenery is
like the
really nice.
freedom. I mean, for me,
Right.
I have never had a job where I've just been able to sit there, and it be on my own, doing my own thing for 10 hours. Yeah, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the productivity, I'm picking up the stops, I'm getting them done, but I don't ever really hear from my boss unless they need me to help out
Right.
anywhere
I
or
was just
anything of
gonna
that at all.
say.
And
Yeah.
I've never had that freedom, where I've been
Right.
working at other things and I've been in sales where they're on you like that. You got to make
Right.
sales.
Right.
Why aren't you doing sales? How much you charging that person? You got to get more
Right.
sales. You got to get more sales, or that's why I had a freaking almost a heart attack at one time because I was so stressed out and so worried about you
Mm-hmm.
know my boss's stuff that I literally was not taking care of myself. And I just was so stressed out that I had almost a heart attack. And that's
Yeah.
why I had to change gears. You
It's
know,
so crazy because I mean, that had to have been. I mean, you had to have been pretty young when you had that too,
yeah.
because
Well, let's say I'm 36 right now, right?
yeah,
So
right, right.
I've been in
You've
trash
been
for
here
10
for like
years, and I
7
had that.
years.
I had that when I was 25 years old.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Right, 25
That
years old.
stress.
You should not be having a heart attack at 25 years old. I'm
No,
sorry.
that stress is
Right,
just a killer, man.
stress kills,
And
man.
just like you said, like, man, we barely even see our management, and
Right,
when we do, it's just, hey, how's it going? How was your day?
right,
That was
right.
it. And like, they're not there hounding us or nothing. I mean, as long as
No,
you're there doing your job, they're not really gonna mess with you. Like,
right. And what other
they're
job can you
not.
say that you have that
Right.
freedom?
Right. I mean, if you stop for too long, you get a message from one of your
Well, I mean,
managers, and
obviously, you don't
they
want to be
start
taking
talking
no
drunk.
naps behind
Uh,
buildings or anything.
but
But
manager, you know who I'm talking about too. Uh, giving you a shout out, but no, like, you don't get harassed at all. Now, I got a manager that always goofs with me,
oh
so if
yeah,
he sees me stops for a few minutes, he'll like send me a text. What are you doing?
right, right.
Why are you watching me?
Right.
Leave me alone.
or the best one I like getting is your you got the tummy rumblies. And you got to make a pit stop real quick to go do
Right.
something, and then you just go sit down, and all of a sudden, brr, brr, brr,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
shoot,
Yeah.
I'm on the crab tank. Like, can I call you back?
Yeah,
And
I
like,
actually stopped for lunch. I actually stopped for lunch, and my manager shot me a message. Hey, what's going on? Why'd you stop? But he's just goofing with me, like it wasn't
right,
serious.
right. It's not
Like, he knew I stopped for lunch.
right,
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's awesome that your managers interact with you like that.
right,
They're there to like joke with you too. To
right.
keep your spirits up. There's not a lot of places that do that. And
No,
I think here they do it because they want you to be safe out there. They want you to have a productive day, and they want to make sure you're back home with your family every day.
right. Absolutely, man. Like
And
that's the
it's
biggest thing.
awesome to see that. It's really good to see that.
Right.
So
And like I said, when we had the other Sean on, that one time, it's good to see where things have gone up from where we started.
hmm
Like when we
yeah,
started, it was dog crap. You
yeah.
know, equipment was
I mean,
crap.
look
You
at
know,
the one manager that we had there let his wife drive one of our trucks drunk. I don't want to go into too much detail
right?
about it, but he let his wife drive one of our trucks drunk, and
Yep,
he ended up getting fired for it
yep,
because they don't allow that stuff. I mean, think about it. We went from that to where we're at today. Like,
right. And
it's
it is 1,000% better, man. thousand
way
percent
better.
better.
Like,
You know,
yeah.
and a lot of it has to do, with our management.
hmm
Actually being there to help us out with things.
Right.
And being able to be positive about things. I mean, we all have bad days. We all have bad experiences, but we're only human. We're not machines.
hmm
So, but it's just gratifying to know that with everything that's been going on, that things are running smooth. This is a smooth sailing ship. Like, and how
It
many
is
times have we? How many cycles of disaster have we gone through over the
to
years of this
see what
this
we
place?
are at now. Yep.
Right, to see where we're at now, and
And think about how far we expanded at one point in time, and the
right.
manager we got now brought it back down
Right,
to
because it
make
was
it.
unmanageable. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
unmanageable where we were, and
To
now
make
it's
it
back
better.
to being manageable.
Right,
You
right. And
know?
it's funny because we had that area before. They tried this idea before,
Yep.
and it didn't work. And then they brought it back down, and then They tried it again. They tried to
Yep.
expand into that
Yep.
area again, and again they found out that it's just too big of
Well, I
an
mean,
area for one.
it's too much for one division to be over. What was it, 6, 7 counties?
Right,
That's insane.
right,
That's way too much area to coverage with only a fleet of 12 resi trucks or 13 front load trucks and like whatever how many rollouts we got.
right,
When we only have 30 to 40 trucks, running totally for the whole division, that's too much area to cover with not enough time. And
right,
that, that's where I'm glad to see that they saw us struggling with it. They saw us having problems, and we had a breakdown, and then everything started snowballing. Now we're back to a more manageable level, and everything's running smoother.
mm-hmm.
It's nice to see, because before in the past we would just be like, oh, you just got to make it up, just got to
Right.
make it up, just got to
Come
make it
in
up, keep
tomorrow.
going
Come
at it.
in. Yeah. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Coming
Do
on
it again
Saturday,
tomorrow.
coming on
Yep.
Saturday,
Coming on Saturday. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now I only work a Saturday when we have a holiday. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, like you call in now. If you call in now, they get your route covered.
right?
Bro, since I've been there, they've never
No,
done that.
no,
I've
that's been one of
always
the
worked
biggest.
the
Right,
Saturday.
that was one of the biggest things. If you ever called in, even if you had time, you would
Mm-hmm.
be basically retaliated against and made to work Saturday or the following weekend because you just oh,
Right.
we didn't have anybody to cover it. We pushed your route. Now you got to
Yeah.
do it, and it's
Yeah.
like like
Remember way back in the day when I did that. I took a vacation
oh,
and they didn't even run my route. Like my
I
route
know,
sat on the ground
for
for
a
a
whole
whole
week,
week,
for a whole week.
and I had to come in the next week and
Yep,
make it up.
yep,
And we went
and,
from that to where we're at today.
right, man,
To where like if you call in or you take a vacation, they
right.
got somebody on you.
Right,
You
and
know.
and that's absolutely fantastic, man. Because like
Mm-hmm.
that's always been like everybody's biggest fear, and again, it's so different than from where we were that it almost feels like a different place,
Right.
and
Right.
and not in a bad way, not in a
In
bad
a
way at
really
all,
good way. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. When we had our crappy experiences. They threw us pizza parties every Friday or whatever, but that was more like pity pizza. Like, oh, hey
Mm-hmm.
guys, we're sorry we're running you through the ringer and running you out dry. You
I
know,
want that pity pizza.
you want the pity pizza? I don't want. I'm a hypochondriac, man. I'm a trash
No,
man, but I have problems with people touching my food, so I don't
you
want
think
to.
about this. They used to order from the best pizzeria. So,
I know,
oh
I
my
know.
God, man, that's
Well,
my favorite pizzeria. So it
I
doesn't
know.
even
It still
matter.
is to this day too.
Right, right. I want that pizza. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, but you're definitely right. And I always had to be the one that would come back and look for the pizza that had nobody's even eaten yet.
Right.
Like I'll take
I'm the
like
same
6 or 7 layers of pizzas off just to find the
Right.
pizza that nobody,
Right.
because I will
I'm
not eat a pizza
nope.
if you put your hands over my
Nope.
pizza.
Nope. Even if you
We
do like
we
a
trash men. We
right.
trash men, right?
Right.
We're trash men. We pick up trash. When
Right.
you put your hand over the pizza, trash falls off your hand and onto the pizza.
Now you're just having an hallucination, Sean.
Oh no. Hang
But
on, we
no, I
gotta
mean, I'm the same way, man. Like I said, I'm a little bit hypochondriac. I got hand sanitizer in my truck all the time. If I get splashed with something, I'm cleaning myself off immediately because I don't want nothing caught in my beard or anything too long.
Yep.
I mean,
Hey,
like I'm
check,
not gonna.
check. We got a comment.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. read it.
Oh, let me boot up the secondary device.
You get it? That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
You want some cold pizza?
Some cold. It was cold though. That's the thing,
Yeah,
man. It
man,
was
I'll
cold.
tell you what, man, that cold pizza, man. As long as it's from that best restaurant, I don't care.
Man,
I'll
hey,
eat that cold
I'm
pizza.
not gonna lie. When we had those pity parties, I used to take whole entire pizzas home with me.
Oh, I know because like so I used to work late days at that point.
Right.
What on that I'd be working late days, so I wouldn't be getting out of work until like 5, 6 at night. So I'm like the last driver back, and the manager's like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
take that box of wings home with you. Take them
Right.
4 boxes
It's
of pizza,
untouched. It's
bro. Like
untouched.
I got 2 kids. Like what? They're not gonna eat a box apiece. You know what I'm saying? Them are large pizzas. So
Well, as long as
like
you got back before that one night mechanic started, going through everything and taking it all for himself. I remember
right.
a couple times I come back and this guy would have like fucking five pizza boxes stacked up on his toolbox, and I'm like, "Yo, you gonna share anything?" Like he's like, "Everybody's going home. It's all mine now." I'm
Right.
like, "Bro, I'm still here. What the heck, man?"
But you didn't want it though because they already touched it. Like they already put their hands
No,
over
no,
that pizza.
yeah, and all the
Mechanic
trash.
pizza. It's no,
You know.
that's grease. Not because them are mechanics. So them are greasemen. That's grease all over your pizza.
Well, not only just grease. I mean, they also got to crawl under the trucks and get trash water on
Oh
them all the
yeah,
time.
they definitely.
So Like I said, we're a trash company, so community food is not really that big with us unless you're doing like a potluck where you have a serving spoon or whatever. Don't ever put anything together like that. I gotta peel apart someone else's pizza slice and pull it out. I ain't touching it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hell yeah, man. I don't know, man.
But,
Some of them
but
pizzas.
I mean, sure, we don't get that as often, but honestly, I would prefer not to have the pity parties and be put through the ringer every week and be where we're at now, where we're there, we're in a safe environment, we're in a
Right.
collected environment where people got their crap together and we're getting things done in a timely fashion. I mean, I've only run up out of my time before when I broke down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's I not,
Right.
and then I get told, hey, leave some stops in the ground, go make the landfill, get home. We'll send somebody out tomorrow to help you out to get you caught back up.
Right.
When have you ever had that opportunity for you? When
Never.
right,
Never.
unless it was me, you, and a couple other, one
Right.
other
Right.
driver helping each
Right.
other out all the time. That was
Right.
it. You
Right.
know.
I mean,
Now,
we were the strongest residential team, though.
right, absolutely,
It kind of
absolutely. I
sucks
mean,
that I want the front load and I am where I am now, but
right, yeah.
we
You broke apart.
definitely.
You broke apart the dream team.
Yo, don't cry, don't cry. It's okay. It'll be okay.
I miss you, Daddy.
Whoa, bro, we're live, man. That can't be edited.
I don't care about that. That's fine. I mean, you are trash daddy.
Oh
I'm trash Viking.
no.
Remember?
Yeah.
You are Odin.
Oh
I'm Thor.
shoot.
Remember?
Yeah. Right. Right. Damn. So you just said it like that. Okay. That's some funny crap. But yeah, we definitely, and the equipment got a lot better.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The guy said he's clipping that. Clip it. Get it.
Thank you, viewer.
Oh no. That's awesome. But yeah, like our equipment's way better now too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
we got almost a brand new fleet. And
Hmm.
from what I'm hearing, I don't know if this is rumors. We're getting more new trucks.
Well, so the problem is with it, like it took us a while to get those trucks in. 2 or 3 a year, 2 or 3 a year. Production still from COVID is still down. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
still struggling to fulfill orders from a year or two ago for most places. So that could still be the backlog we were supposed to be getting after COVID. You know,
Right.
and it's because everything shut down for those couple of years that they got to play catch up. And yeah, I mean, I could see them replacing some more trucks still here because we do still have some that are a little
Old.
decrepit, whatever you want to call
Right,
it.
right.
But for the majority of the fleet, I mean, it's not bad at all. I
No,
mean,
it's not. It's
and
definitely
if
not.
we just keep up on it, and the biggest thing is, like I said, you as a driver, it's your responsibility to take care of your equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the
Write it up.
mechanic's responsibility to fix it, do things to it, but you got to do your pre-trips, check your fluids, tires, belts, whatever. The things you can mark off and make sure you keep going. Don't drive it like an idiot. Don't try to play a GTA 5 with a trash truck because it ain't going to end well. You know,
Right.
pay attention to your surroundings. Don't back into anything. Don't drive over anything. Don't try to drive hazardously. If you take care of your equipment, it'll last. I mean, my truck's got 210,000 miles on it, and it's only from 2020.
Right.
It's only been 4 years. It's a lot of
Right.
mileage, but
Yeah, mine's getting up there too. Mine's got 161,000.
right.
And
But
mine's a 2020, so
for the most part, if it was one of those other trucks that we had for 4 years, yeah, okay, I have motors that fall off my truck because it's a bad design.
right.
But other than those incidences, I can run 3 weeks without having an incident. Oh, now that I said that, she's going to freaking break down. But anyways,
There goes your pump. There goes your pump on Monday.
the trash gods are real people.
Yeah. As soon as you say, "Oh yeah, I haven't had no problem,"
right. You never want to say, "Oh, well, this day is going great."
you know what's funny is we used to tell management. We used to be like, "Hey, management, tell us when you need somebody needs help early in the morning." So that
Right,
way we know. Then they'll tell you like right at the beginning. So like you'll go into work and they'll be like, "Hey,
right.
you're gonna go out there and help somebody." So we're like, "Okay, go out there and break down." Like
Mm-hmm.
an hour into your route, you just break down and you sit down for 4 hours because
Yeah,
they can't figure out what's wrong with your truck.
right.
Like,
Sorry, can't help out now. What the heck?
right. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, it's definitely, but remember, that's again with the old fleet. Remember, our old fleet was CNGs.
Right, right.
Explain what that is, Alex.
Controlled
'Cause
natural gas,
there you
or
go.
well, I don't know if it's called controlled, but whatever. But they basically are natural gas trucks. They run off of natural gas, like your household stoves run off of, and you got 3 or 4 ballast tanks on top, or tanks on top that contain all the
The trash guys. The trash guys
yeah, I saw
decide. This guy's awesome, man. It's freaking great. Yeah.
but they are designed for more of a city work environment. They're not meant for country routes, and our place is in between a lot of lakes,
Right.
and we have a lot of hills, a lot of valleys, a lot of bad roads that we got to go up and around, and you don't have any braking system on these trucks other than your foot brake. And hey, let's try to stop a truck from going downgrade with no ability to downshift.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and those trucks were absolute garbage. I mean, I'm sorry to say it like that,
Like,
but I mean,
yeah.
we were picking up garbage with garbage. I mean,
Right.
I'm almost would rather be in a diesel rear load than a freaking
You
CNG.
you remember like some of the trucks, like you wouldn't even fill it up. Like you would leave the shop and get out and
Hmm.
just go behind the truck and look at it, and the truck's already like this. And
Yeah,
you didn't even
it's
pick up a stop
right,
yet.
right.
Then you start
So
putting
it's already
stuff on there.
freaking. Like,
Yeah,
hold on a
it's already
second.
ready to lean. It's already leaned in the direction of trash. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? It's already in that direction, and
and you're just gonna
like,
keep putting more and more in there.
and then you take it to the landfill, and all of them were lift bodies, so you had to lift them up.
Yep, you had to put your,
And
especially the truck you drove, put the arm
right,
all the way
you had to
out.
put the arm all the way out just to like try to counterbalance the weight of the trash. It
Uh,
was nuts, man. It
like I
was
said, man, we've come a long way.
yeah,
And
definitely
and
did.
and it's all about how you take care of it. I mean, yeah,
Right,
some of the newer stuff we got now kind of looks like it's worn out, but it's been through a lot of couple drivers. As long as you get a good driver, as long as you get a good crew of maintenance workers, and you keep on top of it,
right.
your stuff will last. You know,
Hmm.
and
And
that's the biggest thing.
you ain't got to carry duct tape in your truck to fix a
Or
blown hydraulic line.
wrenches, or
Yeah,
wrenches all the time, zip
I used
ties.
to carry a
Uh,
roll of duct tape just to fix my hydraulic lines. Like
I, I
one would blow, and
right.
I'd just tape it right up.
I used to carry hydraulic lines in my old CNG truck, and wrenches so I could replace them on the road because they would blow out every week,
Yeah,
and it was
every
always the
day.
same lines, man.
Every day because of the way
Right,
they had it set up. When the arm would come out, it would catch.
right.
So you
Oh yeah,
always had to
oh yeah,
watch your
oh yeah,
line.
oh
You
yeah.
had to watch your line, and when it started to stretch, you had to stop and pull
Yep,
your arm back in
right.
because
I mean,
if not, you'd
crap.
blow a line.
I remember I blew 3 different lines in 3 different areas, and all in the same day. Like I get one little small line on my claw blowout, so now the claw's leaking. Okay, so call it in,
Right?
get it fixed. Now that was at 7 o'clock. Keep trolling around. 10 o'clock runs around. Next thing you know, my arm line blew out from the top side.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I'm like, what the heck? So then they come out, they fix that one, and then I'm driving around, and my main packing line for inside the body just blew out
Blows.
because all I remember is I'm sitting there grabbing a stop, boom, boom, and then all of a sudden I hear a boom, and my whole bag window is covered in fluid. I'm like,
What the hell just happened?
bro.
What a bad day. Yeah,
I
hell
mean,
yeah.
I spent it was
Uh,
maybe 8 hours of that day was all spent in breakdowns, and I did not finish that route at all.
Definitely, yeah. It was there was definitely a lot, man. We dealt with a lot with them CNGs, man.
Yeah,
Oh
but
man.
now no, we're we still got some CNGs, but most of them are front load or roll off. We don't have any in the residential side of things, thankfully.
Right.
You
I
know,
kind of miss it though because it was
oh,
fun.
you
Like
would miss it. You
would be on
would
the
miss it.
like would I would call you and be like, "Yo, I just blew a line," and then you'd call me back, "Yeah, I just blew a line." What?
Right.
Like
And then,
what?
then we call the third person that usually helps us
Yeah,
out, and he's like,
yeah.
"I blew a line too, this son of a gun."
Like we're all just blowing lines, and it's like, oh my god, blowing lines.
I don't like the smell of it, but I do like the taste of it.
Yeah, I hate cocaine, but I love the
Hey, I
smell
didn't
of
say it. Whoa, whoa, we're live, bro. You can't say that crap.
it. Don't clip that.
Oh my god, you're bad. You are
Oh
bad.
man,
Like
bad
I might have
influence.
swore twice because I'm
Right,
trying not to, but you
right.
were over there talking about
Hey,
this big C.
yeah.
Come on now. This is why we don't do this by
Oh
ourselves anymore.
man,
This is why we got
yeah,
guests.
this is why we can't go live. No promises. He said no promises. Oh man. Oh, this is awesome. But yeah, them were the days, man. Them were the days. Them were the days. We used to smoke freaking cars. Like you'd go buy a car and the line will blow and you'd soak that car
Oh man,
with hydraulic
they.
fluid and
I remember being in the main town where we're at, picking up on a freaking Thursday with one of those CNG trucks. I have the PTO pump off, or well,
Right.
it still runs, but for some reason I started pulling away from a stop. And next thing you know, I see my arm over there just jumping and moving and claws freaking snapping. And I'm like, I had to stop dead middle in the road because I was driving next to a car and it was freaking all on its own, like it had a mind of its own, And I'm like, I look over at my control panel. I'm like, everything's off.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. I'm like, what's going on? And the mechanics could never figure out what was going on. Oh, it's an electrical issue.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to drive that around town? Nah.
Yeah.
Give me another truck.
What about the one CNG that just wouldn't hold itself in? And the arm would come out. Like you'd take a turn and the arm would just come out. And I was
Right.
on a 2-lane road one day going around a curb and the arm just blew out and like
Yep.
almost took out the
Yep.
car. It
Yep.
almost took out that car. And like I don't even know how it missed the car because the car was like at 1 minute right alongside me. And then the next minute somehow they went back and that's when the arm came out and almost just smoked that car. I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
We almost just ended a car today, But I mean, in them CNG trucks, did you carry spill kits or did you carry
Speedy
or
dry,
did you
spill
speedy
kits,
dry? Yeah, I didn't carry
hydraulic
spill kits.
lines.
I didn't carry spill kits because it didn't make no sense, man. When you got a
Right.
leak, you got a leak, and it would put like a lake out of hydraulic fluid.
How about your first leak in that one town when you first had your
Oh
first
my
ever
god, I
hydraulic leak?
dragged about what 50 gallons of hydraulic fluid throughout the whole time
Right.
or
And
town. Yeah.
everyone could see where you were going.
Oh my god, it was great. Yeah, it's natural gases.
Yep. Natural gas truck. Yep.
Shots
Oh, geez, you're bad.
That is true. Our trucks are high all the
But
time. But we got rid of those. I mean,
uh-huh.
they definitely did a revamp on our whole fleet, and now we all got diesels and brand new trucks.
Oh yeah.
Alex don't have the truck he wants. We're all
Well, I
sad
mean,
about it.
the truck I have is not necessarily designed for the routes I have. I mean, we've had to adjust it a little bit, but it gets the job done. And I would honestly, I don't mind the fact that I don't have to lift it up in the air when I'm in the landfill. I love
Right.
the ability to just
To
push it off
eject.
like a front load truck and eject the whole load instead of having to do anything. 'Cause I'm faster now than those guys, I ain't
Right,
got to worry
right.
about stability issues. I just back up and I can have my truck freaking sideways on the hill and I just dump the load off and just drive away.
Yeah. Just keep
I
it
mean,
moving.
yeah, it could be better, but honestly, for what the job is, how it does
I
it,
mean,
I'm attached to
you
it.
could have the old trucks that used to be on that route. You had two
No,
trucks. Why
no,
did you have two
no.
trucks?
Because when one broke down, the other one also broke down at the same time. Because you would have literally 15 and
Oh my
16.
god.
You drive, you
Right.
come in the morning, you grab 15. It breaks down, you bring it back, grab 16. Go out, drive a little bit. They send 15 to the shop, and then you would just pray that you would be able to get done with 16 before
Right.
50, before it breaks down, and then 15's back beforehand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
but both times, both of them broke down right after each other. You didn't
Yeah.
have them for anything at all. And they had the weirdest freaking joystick. It was literally a lever you would have like on the outside controls that had a drilled hole with a
Yeah.
toggle switch put in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Open,
was awesome.
close. That was it. That was it.
That's all the thing did. Up and down. And it used to be slow as hell.
Oh
Like
my
that
god,
was the
that thing was
slowest truck I've ever been in. Like
right.
you'd
Mm-hmm.
then all the trash is on the ground.
Yep. Uh-huh.
What
Crazy.
about has the tailgate on that ever opened up on you?
Nope, never.
Oh my god, man! My first time driving that truck, nobody said there's a button that you got to hit to lock the tailgate
Right.
because most of
I
our
right.
tailgates
Right.
automatically lock.
Well,
And
so nothing fell out. I had a dump off in the morning one time. I didn't know about like so I knew you had to push a button to open the tailgate, unlock it, and push it. Everything. Well, all right. I forgot to make sure it was latched. I'm driving down to the countryside, and I hit this big bump, and all of a sudden I just hear boom. And I look behind me, and the tailgate lifted up and slammed in the back of the truck, and I'm like,
and it was empty. Oh
it was
my god!
empty. It was empty,
Oh,
and I'm like, I pull over. I'm like, figure this out. I call my boss. I'm like, hey, like the tailgate just opened up on me. I'm driving down the road. I don't. Did you make sure the locking mechanism was latched? What locking mechanism? Like,
yeah, yeah.
I thought. What the hell? You mean?
We don't even know. We don't even know what the locking mechanism is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I knew nothing of it.
No,
I knew
right.
nothing about it at all. And then I found out the hard way. But because I put like, I think the truck was like half loaded,
Uh-huh.
and I'm out there on route, and all of a sudden half that truck just comes out
Empties
and
out.
goes on the ground,
Yeah.
and
Fun, fun,
I got
fun.
like a half load of trash all, and I dragged that too. Like anytime I've had something go wrong, I've dragged it, and I'm not talking about like I dragged it a little bit. Like I mean, I would like drag it for miles. Like
Right.
with the day that I soaked that town with hydraulic
Right.
fluid,
Oh, you. Oh,
dude. Like
yeah.
I dragged that for miles. Like everywhere you looked, all you seen was a trail of well, at least the road looks brand new again, though.
Right. It's all oiled and slick for you guys now. So you don't got to re-oil it now this year.
Yeah,
We
you
got you
guys ain't got
covered.
a. Yeah, I did the blacktop for you. Did you off and back?
But I mean, hey, this has been a good experience trying to do live streaming. I think it went well. I mean, yeah, obviously, we're human, so I kind of effed up a little bit here or there. But
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. So on them trucks, for some reason, when we hit the on and off switch on the thing, the little trolls didn't come from under the ground and fix it. Like they didn't like us. So it's probably, you know what I'm saying. They didn't like the trucks. So
right,
we'd hit it, and we'd hit it, and that would happen.
right. But no, this has been a positive experience. I think we did okay. I mean, there's a good test run for the live stream. I mean, we
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
definitely went a little more than we thought we were going to do.
My dog's over here going nuts now.
Right. I gotta go check my sauce so it doesn't burn. So,
Yeah.
it's been fun. I hope everybody enjoyed.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to us too if you liked it. I mean,
Like,
turn on
comment, subscribe. Thank
turn on
you,
them
viewer, for
notifications.
commenting today. We appreciate it.
Share us. We like to be shared.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
clip
mean,
us. I guess you're gonna clip some of our stuff.
right. Post some edits on the TikTok. So it's fine.
Yeah, we're over here looking goofy.
I'm not
Oh,
goofy.
some upcoming stuff that we're gonna do though is we got a sponsor. We're waiting for some of their products to come
Product.
in so we could
Yep.
test them out. Uh, that should be soon.
So, yep. Should be in a couple
Should
weeks.
be
You might
this
see
week.
it. Not this
Should be this
episode or
week.
next episode, but possibly for the third episode, we should have something. Unless we do
Right.
another live stream like today. When we don't have anybody else with us.
Right.
Just so we can get more people. In on it. You know what I'm saying?
We
So.
hopefully with the sponsorship we grow a little bit. That'd be
Mhm.
cool.
Mhm.
Uh, we have a store, and that
Yep.
should be somewhere. I don't know where it will be. It'll be in one
It's
of the
currently
videos or something.
listed under our Facebook group. So I mean, if everyone's a follower in that, they can find it there. It's for some reason some of these platforms will let you post, tag in certain websites to go visit as part of the things. Why not just leave a comment in the actual video in order to link it in. But and if anyone's got if any of you are people that are actually having your own podcast, you have any advice for us, I mean, we're just two guys just trying to start fresh. We definitely would appreciate any help, or any kind of
Right.
collaboration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Um,
want to come on? Shoot, come on. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I
it
don't
don't
even
even have to
know.
be about trash.
I don't look at this. He just posted something. I don't even know what that means.
I don't
Raid
know.
of
I mean,
Shadow
we're
Legends.
oh, Raid Shadow Legends. That's actually an App Store game. And what do
Oh,
you mean? If it's Raid Shadow Legends, that's a good sponsor. I mean,
yeah. I don't even know what that is. So like, don't worry, it's not that.
well, not yet. I'm gonna look
uh,
into it for us.
we have the store. Definitely check us out on Facebook. Facebook.
Oh yeah.
We got a group. Check
Yep.
out the group.
Same name as
Talk
our.
dirty to me.
Yep.
Yeah, check that out.
Yep. We
What
got a
else?
TikTok. We got a Facebook page. We got a YouTube. Obviously, 'cause you're watching this on YouTube. So
Yeah, what else do we have coming up? Some more guests.
yep, we have some more guests coming on.
Definitely have some more guests. Hopefully that turns out well. Well, it always does. People are
Oh yeah,
interesting.
we have fun. We have
If
fun
you
with
guys
it.
want to come on, look at this. If you guys want to come on, send me a message.
Right.
Let me know. I mean, you don't even got to be in the trash game as long as you got a nice story. We're willing
Oh
to
yeah.
have you on.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you want to
But
come on here and swear and talk about coke? I'm good with it.
not cool. Not cool.
If you want
Nope.
to talk to Trash Daddy or Trash Viking, come
Yeah.
on
I
on.
mean, edit that out. Oh wait, we're live.
We're live. There's no editing. Don't cut.
Sean, this is a bad idea. Why did you talk me into this?
I don't know. You know me.
Crazy. You're
Right?
crazy. That's
I
all.
say some weird stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All the time. All right, but
Yeah.
hey, thanks for coming in.
Yep.
You guys have a good one.
We
Enjoy your
appreciate
day.
you all.
Uh, Did it end? I think it ended.
Recording is uploaded. That's what it said. So
Oh shoot, that was pretty good, bro. That actually went really well.
hold on a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. I want to make sure we're done. That actually went really
I'm pretty sure we're still streaming online.
well. Is it still streaming? Oh no! Hold up.
Sean, you broke it.
I broke it. It's still going.
It's still going, bro.
That's awesome. Hang on.